Hi there everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the HAAKAA and my honest review of the HAAKA Silicone Pump, which I have sitting here. I actually have two of them right next to me. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use them, and then I'm actually going to use one while I'm breastfeeding my daughter so you can see how it works and how efficient it is. At least for me, I really think that this product has helped me immensely with my breastfeeding and building up a supply for my daughter, and I want to go ahead and share it with the world. So I made a few videos on this before, but it was before my daughter was born, and I promised I would come back and make a review and a tutorial and all of that good stuff about this product once she was born, so I could give you my honest opinion of the product and how I use it. So to tell you a little bit about the product, there are a couple different versions you can buy. The first version that I had was the 4-ounce silicone HAAKAA. I actually bought the HAAKAA and I bought an off-brand. They work exactly the same. I honestly can't tell a difference between this one and the off-brand. I'll link both of them in the description box if you are interested in purchasing them. So this is the HAAKAA brand. I have my off-brand in my diaper bag so I can use that when I am on the go. But yes, this is the 4-ounce. Now I've started having some issues where I'm actually overflowing the 4-ounce while I'm breastfeeding my daughter. So recently I purchased the 5-ounce, and here is the size difference. It also has the little suction cup on the bottom so that it kind of has a little bit more stability if you were to put it on your counter or on your nightstand or whatever you may be, you know, putting it on, any kind of surface. It even attaches to my laptop. Sometimes I can like stick it down and it sticks to my laptop, which is a horrible idea, but thankfully the suction cup prevents it from spilling. But yes, so this is the difference in size, and even though it has just 1 more ounce capacity to it, it does make a difference for me because I am filling this like right up to the top. And I think for this video I'm going to go ahead and use the smaller one. The bigger one is just a little bit more bulky and it gets in the way a little bit more, especially if you're using like a boppy or something. This is a little bit harder to, at least for me, to like squeeze in there with the boppy and the baby and everything else going on. So for this video I am going to be using the 4-ounce HAAKAA when I am demonstrating how to use it. The objective of the HAAKAA is to collect anything such as your letdown or to pull out any extra milk from whatever side you are not currently breastfeeding on. So if I am breastfeeding on my right side, I will attach the HAAKAA to my left side, and I usually get between 3 or 4 ounces just from the suction of the HAAKAA. As a result, from using the HAAKAA, I do not have to use my electric pump. Sometimes, maybe, depending on how my daughter is feeding and how much of an oversupply I have, I may pump 1 time a day for 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes I get anywhere from 5 to 8 ounces. And if I do it, it's usually at night or in the morning because those are the times where I'm really starting to get over full and I'm just really starting to hurt. But also, if I'm not hurting that bad or I don't want to get a ton out, like I don't need 8 ounces to come out, maybe even if I just want like 4 or 6 ounces, I can actually attach the HAAKAAs to both sides and the suction will relieve enough pressure for me that I don't have to use the electric pump. So I've been using the electric pump very minimalistically. Is that a word? I'm not using it that often. So the way that I found for the HAAKAA to be most efficient is to squeeze this and fold this down. So I basically go like this with the HAAKAA. I put it over my nipple, I flip this section up, and I let go. And I will go ahead and demonstrate on a balloon. So here is our nipple. And I will squeeze it, put the nipple in, and then, I don't know if I can do this with one hand while holding the balloon, but there we go, like that. And then when you let go, it will basically attach. It's not coming off. It's suctioned on there very well. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you know that I have inverted nipples, so I basically don't look like this side of the balloon. I look like this side of the balloon. I do have to use a nipple shield when I feed my daughter, but I do want to mention that this still works for people with flat or inverted nipples. So I'll go ahead and show you what I mean. So right now this is just like a circular surface. There's nothing really to grab onto. I will go ahead and attach the shield. You can see now it's already created a little bit of a suction, and you can see that it's no longer just completely round. It does pull the nipple in a little bit, and then when you let go, it does a pretty good job of bringing that in. And this section for me is enough. I don't need any more than that. It gets the job done. So like I said, I will go ahead and leave the link in the description box down below, and when my daughter wakes up, I will go ahead and breastfeed her, and I will show you guys exactly how this works for me and just how effective it really is, because honestly, I was really skeptical of this, especially because my children have really bad latches. So I wasn't really sure that this was going to do the trick or that it was going to work for me, since it is a little bit harder for my children to get the milk out because of the inverted nipples, and even sometimes the electric pump has some issues just getting the milk out because of the way that my anatomy is. So I was really skeptical that this was not going to work, but the fact that I have had to upgrade to a larger size because I'm filling this up is absolutely insane to me. So let's go ahead and get these guys going, and I will show you just how effective they really are. Alright guys, so now I've got her. She's right here. She is just starting to eat. She just latched, like, well, not even really. She's still fighting to latch, as you can hear. I know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is just so hard, huh? So hard. Okay, so I do have to use the nipple shield with her, which she gets frustrated with, but honestly she doesn't really have much of a choice because otherwise she wouldn't be eating from me at all. I would exclusively pump if that were the case. I put the Haaka on about maybe 15 seconds before I started the video, and I already have a good amount in there. Like, it already starts to come out. And one thing that's really good is that the suction from the Haaka causes the letdown to happen on the other side. At least for me it does. So it'll already start leaking into the nipple shield, and so when she latches, there's already something in the nipple shield for her, which encourages her to eat more. And I think that's a lot of the reason as to why I'm able to actually breastfeed her compared to my other two where I did have to exclusively pump. They weren't getting anything at all. If they sucked, nothing was coming out. And so I think that having the Haaka on the other side and causing the letdown to happen before she even latches definitely has a huge impact on just my breastfeeding experience overall this time, right? Yeah, because now you can latch. Look at you go. You're eating away. Eating away, eating away. So I have the Haaka on my left side, which is my side, I call it my lazy side. I'm sure if you've breastfed before, you probably know of this, that sometimes one side does better than the other, or your child prefers one side more. And so I have it attached to my lazy side, just so that you guys can see that even with my side that underproduces, or not necessarily underproduces, but produces less than the other side, just to show you that it can still draw out a lot of milk, even if it's on your bad side, I guess, if that's how you want to put it. So most of the time when I do this, I will either take the Haaka off before she's done eating because it gets too full, especially if I'm using the 4 ounce, like I still have the 5 ounce one over here. I may have to take this one off and put on another one if this one gets too full, or I'll just take it off and put in a nursing pad for the rest of the feeding. I don't know. You can do it. I don't know how long she's actually going to eat for this time. Okay, you're okay. I know. Oh my goodness. That's just so frustrating, huh? You lost it, huh? There you go. I don't know how long she's going to feed for right now. She did wake up a little bit earlier than I anticipated, and that's because she took a really big poop. Yeah. So I don't know if she's just going to need a comfort feed or if she wants a full feeding right now, but either way, we'll see how much we get in this Haaka. So I'm going to keep breastfeeding her, and I will show you guys. Let's see, it's been a couple of minutes. I'll keep track of how long it's been on and just show you guys how much I get in a certain amount of time. So I will be back in a little bit when we've either overflowed this or she decides that she's done, and I'll give you an update. Alright guys, she is done eating. I went ahead and just laid her down and I grabbed a Medela bottle that I'll just put it in to store in now, and then if I need to go anywhere I can bring that with me, or if she gets hungry or somebody else needs to feed her, then we have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. She only ate for about, I wanna say about 10 to 15 minutes is really all she ate. I'm just gonna put my nursing pad back in there because, well, I will leak all over the place if I don't do that. So, okay, so we're good there. All right, and so this is what I got out of the HAAKAA. I'm not sure how well you can see that on my white wall, but that is what I got from the HAAKAA. Again, this is the 4-ounce one, and this says I got about 3 ounces, but the measurements are usually not very accurate. So you do kind of have to pour it into something if you want a more accurate representation of how much you actually got. So this looks like it says about 2.5. So about 2.5 ounces of milk. I'll go ahead and put this on there. Most of the time I will just throw these into a freezer bag, especially if I get closer to like the 4 ounces, or if I fill up the 5-ounce one. I'll just go ahead and put it in a freezer bag and stick it straight into my freezer. I am over 100 ounces now in my freezer, which is absolutely crazy, and most of that has come just from the HAAKAA, from feeding her on one side and just freezing whatever I get from the HAAKAA on the other side. And so that is my experience with the HAAKAA. I absolutely love it. I think it is a game changer and like a life-changing product for me. I would not want to go on a breastfeeding journey at all without this product now. I do want to mention that this product is not sponsored, so they haven't come asking me to do a review or anything. I am just giving you my honest review because I absolutely love this product and I want to let you know about the product. So I do want to mention, like, it's not sponsored or anything. The company hasn't contacted me to do this review. It is truly my honest review and tutorial of this product, and I love it. So let me know what you guys think about this product, if you're going to try it, or if you've already tried it and how much you love it, or if it's not working for you. Definitely let us know as well. I cannot wait to read your comments, and I cannot wait to give you guys more awesome breastfeeding videos here in the future. I am planning on doing a lot of those, so make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any more of my breastfeeding tips and my breastfeeding journey videos. I love to share those with you, and I love to help everybody out. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!